What was it like to be interned?
Well, it was we were under house arrest, and they the day we were interned, we knew there was a war, but we didn't know much else, what was going on, no radio or anything like that. So we went up, our school was about 4 or 5 blocks away from the convent, the little school, and the AMA came up in the early morning, school had just started, and said, "Sisters, the police are all through the house, you'd better come home right away." So we told the students to take everything out of their desks and don't come back until we told them to. They were mostly Russian children. And we came home and the police were all over the house, and they said, "You have 2 hours to get ready, take what you want." We didn't know where we were going. So we had dormitories, we slept in dormitories, and we had curtains between the beds. We took the curtains down, we threw in the curtains, all the possessions we could think of, and we had one Japanese sister living with us. She wasn't allowed to come. They took us in the pest house ambulance. We didn't know where we were going, but we went to another convent, Maryknoll Sisters convent, not far away in Manchuria, in Iran, where it was the Japanese mission. And then we were put there with, there were 11 sisters, 4 priests and a brother. There was a church on this compound and a priest's house. They were taken out, they had to come to the convent. And then they boarded up, they locked all the windows and the doors except one for themselves to get in. And what had been a former kindergarten became a dining room. Also, it was a police station. So we would be eating our food there, and they would bring in people and tie them to the leg of the chair, punish them, whip them or something. It wasn't a very nice place to be. And then every night, we were not allowed to go out at all, except we went to Mass, which was just a few yards away to the church. We said we had to go to Mass every day. All right, they let us. But the police walked up and down the aisle during the Mass, clanking his sword, and we said it would take a half hour. So after a half hour, if it wasn't over, the police would say, "Chikandas," clank the sword, go back. But and then every night we had roll call at 9 o'clock. Personally, you had to appear, give your name. But it wasn't too bad.
Now, you were there right before the communist revolution in China, right, too, also?
That, yes, or else it had started up in, yes, before the communists, yes.
Could you tell that there was unrest in China? Or?
No, we didn't know much. All we had was a newspaper, the Manchuria Daily News. We didn't have radio. Mm-hmm. So we didn't have any other means of communication. There was no airmail. We didn't know what was going on outside, or very little of what was going on.